What's up guys, it's your girl Liv. I'm back at it again with another video. So today's video is going to be about being an extrovert and how I am getting through this pandemic. One of you guys commented on one of my previous videos about Myers Briggs and how different people are handling this. So I figured I would talk about it because I made a video with Melanie, but I haven't talked about this on my channel yet. So as far as personality types go, I Myers Briggs and what's called an ENFJ. Fun fact, ENFJ is one of the less common types in the population, and it's the second rarest types, and ENFJs make up 3% of women and 2% of men. Oprah, Pope John Paul II, Abraham Maslow, Martin Luther King Jr. all ENFJ. So I'm just trying to see here where it gives like the full breakdown. Oh, okay. So it stands for extroverted, intuitive, feeling, judging. An ENFJ indicates a person who is energized by time spent with others, who focuses on ideas and concepts rather than facts and details, who makes decisions based off of feeling and values and prefers to be planned and organized rather than being spontaneous and flexible. So the F and the J, so there's judging and there's perceiving. Perceiving, you're very go with the flow. You don't like being on a set schedule. Melanie, my best friend, she is a P. And ENFJs and INFP, I like to be on a schedule. So that being said, it's been an interesting time with this whole pandemic that has been going on, especially being in New York. I live with 4 girls. I currently am the only one left remaining in my apartment. So cheers to that. I don't make decisions in my brain based off of like numbers. Like, does number wise, like, does this make sense to do it? I usually am pretty good with like, you go based off of like previous experiences. And I can say that I do base a lot of my decisions off of like my emotions, but a lot of other women do too. But it doesn't mean that like you're fully one, because I think that there are decisions in life where you need to look at the number side of things, and you need to look at your like gut feeling. And I would say that when it comes to certain things like this, depending on what the situation is, I mean, if it's a major life decision, I am someone who will, because I'm a Christian, will pray about it, and whatever I feel that God has called me to do, that's what I'm going to do. But people though who are like they're systematic and they're more thinking, they're gonna look at data and they're gonna base their decisions off of numbers, and they're gonna let their gut or their emotions kind of take a backseat. And I just think that that's one thing that as I've grown, I've learned to do, is that there are certain times in life where if you're feeling a certain way, you need to just kind of like take a step back and calm down and make a decision like after you've calmed down. I don't think it's ever good to make a decision when you are feeling really anxious or when you're feeling very stressed, because you don't want those emotions to negatively impact your you don't want them to negatively impact your decision in life. I would say that as far as like my motivation in the workplace, I'm very motivated by helping people and knowing that, okay, how can I make an impact on my team? I am very schedule oriented though. Like if I do not make myself a schedule, I will not get anything done. I've always kind of like made blocks in my brain without even thinking it. Like, okay, it's Tuesday, so Friday at this time I'm working, and then after that I have to take this class, but then I need to go run to the grocery store and get this done. So I'm just kind of all like, my brain's just always kind of thinking in a schedule. But that's just how I operate. Most likely of all types to cope with stress by exercising. That's 100% true. Most likely to believe in a higher spiritual power. That's true. I've always in my like subconscious, I mean, I don't know about speaking things into existence, but I've just kind of always known that at some point in my life I'm gonna end up like being either a preacher or speaker and talking to people, whether, you know, I'm 60 or like 40. I feel like too, just so it's clear, because I know I talked about horoscopes and stuff on another video, but this is one of the reasons why I don't really go based off of like my horoscope and sign. And it's because like what my personality type is and what my horoscope is, like they do not coincide with each other at all. Because I feel like as an ENFJ, we're very chill, like very go with the flow. If there's anything I've learned is that, you know, you can make plans, but you have to expect those plans to change. And also the thing too, I know that a lot of you guys are big on the Enneagrams. Let me know if you want me to do a separate video on Enneagram stuff. I personally prefer Myers Briggs because I find that this personality type pretty much like fits me to a T. And I've taken the Enneagram test and they say, oh, you could be a type 2, you could be a type 7, you could be a type 8, you could be this wing this. As far as Enneagrams go, I'm not one solid Enneagram. I know that a lot of people like to type themselves based off of the Enneagram they are. I'm sticking to this old school Myers Briggs. Because I remember in college we had to take the Enneagram test, and this was a couple years ago, before it blew up and everything was about the Enneagram. So anyway, that's just a little gist on being an ENFJ. If there's any other questions that you guys have, just comment down below. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Go check out my Instagram, Olivia Eleen. I'm also on TikTok. Peace, love, blessings, y'all. Remember that you got this. Most importantly, remember that we will make it through this pandemic. Thanks. Bye.